We all have our individual goals that we wish to achieve, and we spend a lot of time thinking about them. Or at least I did. In 2022, I was obsessed with self-improvement. I was watching Hamza, I was doing habits like meditating, journaling. I bought Atomic Habits, the book, and I got my habit tracker and everything. I was locked in. However, at the end of that year, I've barely seen any progress, even though I spent all that time obsessing over self-improvement. You become what you think about is a famous quote that basically tells you that the longer you spend obsessing over something, the more likely you're going to end up embodying that in your life. However, in my experience, I did spend time obsessing over self-improvement. However, this paradox can be answered by another quote by Carljung, which is, until you make the unconscious conscious, it's going to direct your life and you will call it fate. For example, if you find yourself obsessing over financial independence and for some reason you haven't achieved it, there's a good chance that subconsciously you don't believe that you can or are worthy of achieving said financial independence. This reveals to us the first step or obstacle in self-improvement that many people fail to recognize, which is elevating your self-image before you elevate your reality. Your self-image is the conception that you have about yourself. It is what you think about yourself and how you feel about yourself. It is the internal mirror that you look in every day, which you use to judge and evaluate yourself. Your self-image also determines how you frame certain life experiences. Was that breakup you experienced the universe telling you that it hates you and that you'll never find love? Or was it the world showing you its true realities and that women will leave any man for a stronger, more jacked man? Or was it just a learning lesson for you to grow and evolve? Regardless of which of these three conclusions are true, or the self-image that you have and therefore by extension, the thoughts that your subconscious have of what is true will be true within your experience. So if you think that the universe hates you and you'll never find love, then sorry buddy, but you're not finding love. Now that we understand the importance of your self-image and how it can literally shape the life experiences that you have, we need to break it down further to understand what made up your self-image up until this point. The first of the three components is your childhood or upbringing. The world offers many thoughts, feelings, and experiences, be it negative or positive. However, the issue is that if you're under the age of 7, no matter what the experience or feeling or thought is, you're gonna absorb it like a sponge. This means that if you're in a household full of doubt, ignorance, insecurity, you're most likely going to have a poor self-image, which sucks because that means that for the first 7 years of your life, you couldn't really control what your self-image was going to be. The next component of your self-image is the current environment around you. For example, if your room is dirty and messy, then there's a good chance that your thoughts are also going to be messy. Because subconsciously, we look at our environment for confirmation and validation. If, for example, you wish to be a successful entrepreneur, but you live in a house that hates entrepreneurship and is more like employment based, then you're more likely to end up on the path of being employed. This leaves you with the option of changing your environment or leaving it entirely. And if you're 18 to 24, you probably still live with your parents because you can't afford your own environment. And you're not the man of the house yet either, meaning you can't make any changes to it. So the only thing you really can do is just brute force improve your self-image. The final component of your self-image is the associations. You are the 5 people you spend the most time with. So the types of friends that you have, the types of content creators that you spend time watching will of course build onto the self-image that you have. Well, shit, Mega, like I grew up in a shit home. My environment is dirty and I just have shit ass friends. What am I supposed to do? While your self-image might be negative now, there is things that you can do to elevate it further into the level of success that you wish to achieve. To improve your self-image, the very first thing you have to do is be honest with yourself. Learn to acknowledge your weaknesses, because any weakness unshown is a weakness unchanged. And even if you try to ignore it, it's still there in your subconscious. Face your challenges head on. Keep growing, learning from mistakes, building the good habits, and take control and charge of the situation at hand. With just this, your self-image is already on the right track. However, there is more that you can do to make sure that it's at the highest it can be. The first of these extra steps is to develop your imagination. If you can't imagine a stronger version of yourself, then you can't become that stronger version of yourself. You can do this by allowing yourself to relax and meditate and visualize a better future for yourself. And the more vibrant, the more clear, the more detailed this visualization that you have is, the more likely it is that it's going to come into your life. The next thing to do is to be yourself. And no, not the... I did this in the last video, but don't be what people tell you that you are. Like, just because everyone thinks you're the nerd doesn't necessarily mean that you're a nerd. Understand and connect with yourself first before you be yourself. Hold on, wait a minute. The level that your self-image will be after already implementing these previous steps guarantees that you will be successful. But if you want to supercharge your self-image, then there's one last thing that you can do. This is to improve your overall energy. Having that winning attitude, drive, passion about you just makes it more likely for people to want to root, cheer, and help you, which only boosts your success further. Being warm and compassionate and cooperative makes it easier for other people to join your crew and allow them to help you achieve your dreams in an even greater magnitude. And just having that positive outlook about you, having that feeling about you just makes your days better.